to do something new, and yet many of us are not aware. Something strange is cooking in the womb of the Spirit, and yet many of us are not aware. There is a sound of a new horn. There is a cry of a newborn. A horn that can strike a chord within the hearts of many men. A horn that can trigger the movement of the lions that has been sleeping within the souls of many men. Can you begin to sense the atmosphere? Can you begin to feel the movement within your veins? Can you begin to sense the vibrations within your heart? Like a compendium of echoes that resonates through the ripples of many waters. It is for this reason that has granted me the unction to function, even without sanction. So that he that has an ear will now begin to hear what the Spirit is saying to the church here in this auditorium. Behold, and at last the oracles have spoken. Behold, I will do a new thing. Behold, I will build an army, and the gates of Hades and the powers of darkness shall never prevail against it, says the Lord. The time has come for the Lord to raise the greatest army that will ever emerge upon the face of the deep. One of the most deadliest weapons that the Lord will handle in this end time, for him to cause damage to the kingdom of darkness. The Lord wants to equip his church so that we can begin to possess our possessions and inherit our inheritance. The Lord wants to summon men and women into his kingdom so that we can begin to possess our possessions and inherit our inheritance. So he begins by carefully electing. He begins by carefully selecting Puritans, Nazarites, men whose garments are not stained, women whose purities are not stained. Where are you? Where are you, gladiators of the word? Where are you, titans of the gospel? Where are you, militants of prayer? Where are you, warriors of intercession? Where are you, virtuous women of this generation? Territorial commanders and ceremonial enchanters of God. If only you can hear my voice, then arise. Arise, for something terrible is bleeding in the heart of your maker. Something horrible is intruding into the affairs of your maker. But how many will listen and how many will answer? That is the cry of the Spirit every single day. How many will listen and how many will answer? If only somebody can just align so that God can begin to assign. If only somebody can just avail so that God can begin to travail and prevail in this world. In the next 10 seconds, can I begin to hear the whispers of prayer on the lips of somebody here in this auditorium? Rabon shi itakondi iyando salatani maliandi kata. Ranun sakapandi iyando salanama hondi iyasolata. I have come to sound an alarm. I have come to trouble the waters of the Spirit. I have come to trigger the movement of the lion in our souls, so that the sleeping warriors of this kingdom may arise and begin to hold on to the horns of the altar. The Lord wants to cause damage to the kingdom of darkness. The Lord wants to cause calamities within the midst of principalities. The Lord wants to depopulate the inhabitants of hell and validate the candidates of heaven. Because there is a wisdom. There is a wisdom that has been propounded by the princes of this world. There is a subtle intelligence radiating from the bellies of Hades to destroy the children of God in this current dispensation. So the Lord comes again and says, if only you can make yourself usable, I will begin to make you durable. If only you can make yourself available, I will begin to make you unmovable. If only you can make yourself malleable in my hand, I will begin to make you valuable in this world. But who is an army? And who is a warrior? An army of this kingdom is not the one that is trained in the military. An army of this kingdom is not the one whose strength is found in his muscles, nor his fear found in his height, nor his weapons invented by man. An army of this kingdom is the one whose words are like a high-definition intercontinental ballistic missile of the Most High. His prayers causes the devil to sweat and strike fear in the hearts of demons. His hand is like a high-tension naked wire and can give a shock to anything that does not look like God in this generation. Makosandi Italua. Who is an army? An army is the person that carries the salvation of God like a helmet, the righteousness of God like a breastplate, and has fastened the truth of God like a weight belt. His feet is grounded and rooted in the very belly of an ancient rock. The name of this rock is called Shalom, the peace and the harmony of God. Sons of God and daughters of the Most High, mothers of the light and fathers of the kingdom, children of tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. For I am just a reminder that indeed the Lord proclaims a new dawn, that indeed there is a sound of a new horn, that indeed the Lord has begun something new. I respond to the name Nana Adodonko Peter. You can call me Peter Rhyma for short. This is the end of my story. To God be the glory. Thank you.
Oh, you can do a better one.